Hi guys, a quick update regarding my room status, I suppose you would call it. Some of you will remember that a while ago I upgraded my room by adding a somewhat soundproof door and adding acoustic foam to the walls opposite me so that I got better sound quality and could, say, work at night, which has become a bit of an essential thing, unfortunately. Well, I finally got round to taking the next step, which was to actually clean the place up because it's been a bit of a mess. I've had bits of computer equipment and other pieces of junk just lying around all over the place, and I've had tons of boxes that I've received from various, PR companies with little silly things in them. But, these silly things come in boxes, so the boxes were taking huge amounts of room. And I finally got some furniture from IKEA, built it with the help of my son, who had a great time with that, oddly enough, and put up all these little silly game memorabilia things on the shelves just to make the place look a little more like a gaming room. I put up some posters and just generally made the place actually a pleasant place to sit in. I spend rather a lot of time in this room, so, it's kind of nice that it's not hideously ugly. And to be honest, it's also kind of cool. My son thinks I now have the coolest room in the house. He thinks this place is awesome. He's 8, so he's at that age. He's now playing things like Minecraft, Ninjago. I think you say it in English, Ninjago. They say Ninjago here. Believe it, he's actually really good at Minecraft, better than I am. He started out in creative mode, but he's recently gone to survival mode, and he's just doing really well. However, that's completely off topic. Anyway, so the room is looking better, and I do have some more plans. For example, I would like to get one of those desks that will rise up so that I can stand more whilst working. I'm probably going to sit to do the recordings and then stand when I want to do editing, or stand when I'm doing videos like this, when I'm not playing, because honestly it's a lot healthier for my back and just in general. I do suffer from back problems and, some injuries from my somewhat reckless and stupid past. I was going to say youth, but I wasn't all that young with some of the stupid and somewhat injurious activities I had, so I can't even blame that on my youth. So anyway, I'm going to update the table. I also kind of need to either fix the chair or get a new one. I've had this thing for almost 10 years now, so the cloth on the seat has started to get a little worn thin, so I end up having to put towels or cloth over it to stop it from getting so thin that I just remove all the foam. I think I need a new chair, to be honest, and, I'll be looking into that. Before I do that, I actually need to buy some, I don't know, sort of industrial office mats. You may have noticed on the footage, there's actually some damage on the floor because this chair is a serious chair with serious wheels, and the floor's just a standard home sort of covering, and it's got a few rips in it, so I've had to make some patchwork, duct tape, cardboard and old mouse mats type thing. So I want to get some proper mats down and then fix the desk. That's a while away though, because obviously changing desks will take a day or so of messing around, rebuilding, sort of taking apart one desk, building another, and then getting all my system rebuilt on that desk. Before I do that though, I am actually going to upgrade my main rig. So this is not really a part of the room update anymore. I updated my render rig so that I could render 1440p videos, and I got myself a Threadripper. But my gaming rig is beginning to show signs of not quite being able to push games to the limit. In fact, it's quite far from that because it's an old 4 series chip. i7 4970K, I think. Was it 4570? I can't even remember the number anymore. Because I, like it, am somewhat dated and old. Fortunately for me, one very generous viewer of mine, Zervanir, during a live stream, actually donated pretty much close to as much money as I'd earn in a month, specifically to upgrade my PC. He actually donated during a stream and actually said, if you're going to upgrade your system, do it right. So that kind of blew me away, because that was, I mean, that's insanely generous. I may have to name the machine after him, actually, the Zervanator. So yeah, I'm going to be upgrading this properly. I've been instructed and given the funds to go a little nuts. So, you know, and it's kind of cool because I can actually justify this. I could say to my family, well, I have to spend it. I mean, he gave it me to upgrade my system, right? I can't not do it. See? Oh, I love my job. So yeah, I've ordered, well, no, I've not ordered, I've got a plan to order some fairly massive upgrades. I'm talking an i9-900K CPU. I did think about the Extreme, but honestly, I think the money would be better spent on other components. So I decided to go for the 9900K. A motherboard that is pretty damned extreme, top of the line, so I can overclock it. It's got a lot of headroom for overclocking, which hopefully will add to the longevity of this CPU, of this setup, because it will mean I can continue using this for years. Obviously, I'm upgrading the memory as well. I'm going to go for a full 32 gigabytes. And I'm going to upgrade to a new main disk for the operating system. I'm going to get one of those M2 cards that slots into the motherboard, so it will be a lot faster. I'm also going to get a new CPU cooler. My current one's okay, but it's worn out, beginning to make a little bit of noise, so I'm going to upgrade to probably the NXZT water cooling solution. And I need a new mouse. Those of you who've been following the live streams know that my mouse is failing somewhat on the right mouse button. So I'm going to need to get a new mouse. And I think that's it. Basically, in this round of upgrades, I will upgrade everything except the case, the graphics card, and the power supply. The power supply is a 1K supply, and it seems to be rock solid, so I'll be sticking with that, and the case I do like. The graphics card, I'm using a 1080 Ti, and the only real upgrade for me would be a 2080 Ti, and from the benchmarks I'm seeing, I'm not sure there's much point. I mean, the 2080 Ti, it's like $1,000, probably more here in Norway because of the exchange rate. It's an expensive card, and I don't think it's a huge upgrade. I think the 1080 Ti sat in a 9900K system will easily be enough for what I need. And so what I'm going to do is save a little bit of the money and hold it back for when the next generation of graphics cards comes out, whatever that's going to be. Is that going to be the 2100 series, or is it going to be the 3000 series? They went 700 series, 800, 900, 1000, and then 2000. So are they just going to jump to 3000? Well, whatever it is, I'm probably going to wait for that, unless I see some massive overriding reason. I mean, I know you get ray tracing on the 2080 Ti, but I'm not sure it's worth the upgrade just for that. So basically that is it. My room is getting closer and closer to being a room worthy of being called a gaming office. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? I mean, it's been good enough to make the videos. The sound quality's been awesome, but it now looks nice. I'm going to be upgrading the furniture, the desk, the chair to hopefully be healthier for me, so that you know, I don't make my back worse. And I'm going to be upgrading my gaming rig so that it is somewhat worthy of the render rig that is sat next to it, because I do have somewhat strange system at the moment. My My render rig is a monster. I mean, it's incredible. It can crank out a 1440p video and a sort of a 50-minute video in an hour and 20 minutes. And I can live stream while it's doing it, and it'll only reduce the time. It'll only increase the time it takes to make that video by 10 or 15 minutes. So, I mean, it's a monster. I can do many things at once with that, which is brilliant. And then my gaming rig here, which you would have thought was the more powerful option because, you know, gaming. And it's sat there with, you know, a fairly old CPU, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and the main disk is so damned full, I have to keep doing the you know, clean files thing pretty much every second day, otherwise I get problems. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to be upgrading that. So that's it. There you have it. Quick, probably not so quick, now I think about it, ramble about room and system upgrades. Okay, thank you for listening, and once again, thank you, Zervanair, for your generosity and making it possible for me to basically buy a system I probably really shouldn't have bought. Oh, I am such a big kid. I am such a big kid. It's embarrassing.